Welcome back to our program. I'm Raymond Wu. In this segment, we will continue our conversation with Ms. Barbara Wang, who's the chairperson of Hsinchu Golf Association. Barbara, we already discussed the background, the origin of how you set up the Golf Association, and you said this is for charity causes. I wonder if you can elaborate a little bit as to what kinds of charities have your golf association been donating money to, and what are the future ones that you're looking into and explore the possibilities. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Raymond.
No problem.
I think with charity giving or fundraising, you have to make it fun.
Okay, yes, so, in the process, yes.
Yeah, so I find all these sponsors, and I'll give you one example, like Budweiser beer.
Okay.
The general manager was kind enough to give me 500 cans of beer.
Okay, for the event.
Yeah. For the event, and 6 PR girls.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
And I guess in Taiwan, nobody does things in a very creative way, because mostly they're very serious and whatever. In my golf team, everybody knows my philosophy. Everybody's equal. I don't care who you are. You could be a chairperson of a listed company or the richest man in Taiwan. In my golf charity, you're equal. Now, with these 500 cans of beer, originally Budweiser wanted me to give it free to all my players.
All right.
But because we're the Ryder Golf team, we have a sportsmanship. I always believe that you have to earn it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So I invited over, it's the Loving Blind charity of
爱盲
of ROC.
Okay.
中华民国爱盲协会.
Okay. Yes.
And their secretary came with the receipts and whatever. And to play a game, it's a par 3.
Okay.
So we start from as little as $100, $100 NT dollars. Okay. If you to play this game, and the Loving Blind will give you a receipt for 100% of that $100 that you donate.
Okay. Yes.
Because they're registered with the Ministry of Interior.
Yes.
So once you get it onto the green, you get a can of beer.
All right.
But I made it fun.
Okay. In the sense,
if you don't get it onto the green, you have to drink a can of beer on the spot, and I give you a can of beer. So that day, people who are not part of my golf team are going, what kind of golf team is this? But it was just so much fun. So even
let me ask you, how many people, staff members, did you need to get this thing rolling? Because you got 70 golfers on a single day, and then probably broken down into what, 20, 25 different groups. Who's watching them? Who's doing what?
Okay, most people can't believe when I started out, they're like, Barbara, do you have a PR company, or do you have a staff? I go, yeah, 3 people, me, myself, and I.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I do want to give credit, and I do appreciate, I have a very competent captain.
Okay.
Ms. Captain Amy Liu.
Okay.
I have a very competent golf director, CEO.
All right.
His name is Frank Xie.
Okay.
I also have, the support from the Loving Blind charity. Their staff members come to do the receipts.
Involved in the process too.
And also Budweiser beer.
Okay.
They have a great PR team, the PR girls and whatever. But it was a very fun event. We raised, tens of thousands of dollars in just shortly in 4 hours, because people were having fun. They're like, oh, $1,000 here, keep the change, whatever. So it was a fun event.
Yes.
And
in the process, you donated money to a very good cause.
Yeah. And I believe with charities, my vision or my philosophy is you give to charities that help themselves. I believe strongly in charities like the Loving Blind, because they recover people's vision. Yes. And people then can seek a good education, get their jobs, whatever.
Get their life back.
Yeah, get their life back together. So I think with any charity giving, you want to give people the fishing rod and not just the fish.
That's right. And also, Barbara, we were talking before the taping started, in the sense that, you not just giving money to charitable organizations. You also want to know how the organization actually spent the money. What are they, doing the things that they promised to do with the money that you donated? You actually check up on it. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's not really checking up. I sort of I just want to do follow up, because I just want to know, even though it's a small amount of money, but it's still our sincere thought. We want to know what the charity does with that money.
Okay.
So I gave you that example of a charity where I called and I asked, we donated the 60,000, and they just thanked me profusely. And I go, I didn't make a phone call to be thanked. I mean, it's just a small thing. What I want to know is, with that 60,000, what good did I do with that 60,000? And they informed me that I fed so many children in a month. And of course, I had to take this information and report it back to all the people on my board as well as my golfers, okay? And of course, everybody applauded me saying, well done, Barbara, whatever. But deep down in my heart, I felt like in a year we have 12 months. So I only covered 1 month. So what about the next 11 months? So I actually discussed with some technology leaders and some, listed company, like chairmen and presidents. They are so wonderful in terms of their gift giving. They really do want to do good. I actually asked them, I go, instead of giving this money to World Vision, to a charity to, provide just for, food, what happens if we took that same money and we trained the single parent to make them viable, that they could earn and provide for their own children instead of getting charity. And I asked, if we train them properly, would you cover them with insurance, employee insurance? Would you pay them?
The whole welfare package, yes.
And they agreed.
Yes.
And they actually explained to me, economically, it's actually more feasible because it's actually cheaper than going through like a middle person, agencies, getting foreign workers or whatever. And honestly, I've been doing this secretly, with different companies and, the heads of these different companies for a few families, and we've sort of stopped the vicious cycle.
Precisely. And we're now in late spring, early summer of 2009. Can you tell us a little bit then? What are some of the major events? You've probably done quite a bit already, but what are some of the other events that you have planned for the remainder of the year?
Okay, well, we have the upcoming Budweiser Cup, which is an annual event, because it's always great for fundraising, because people don't realize that with a small amount of money, it snowballs into a bigger amount. It accumulates. We just finished our Dermatologica golf event and Villa 32. We played against a female golf team.
Okay, that was the first in Taiwan also,
Yeah, that was the first in Taiwan. It was a Tigress golf team.
Yes.
And I made it fun in the fact that it was a 2 Ryder team versus 2 Tigress team.
Okay.
And whoever lost, they had to wear hula skirts
okay.
during our luncheon, and they had to donate to a women charity.
Okay.
Okay. I never force people to donate.
No.
It's at the goodness of your heart. We use what I call an honor code. Okay. I'm one of these people. I don't need to see a receipt or whatever. No. I trust whatever you say, or you'll follow
as they promised.
It was a very successful event on Saturday. People have never. I think I bring a bit of creativity to golf.
I think you need that.
And fundraising. So I think I make things fun. I mean, I want to make sure you're laughing when you're opening up your wallet and donating.
You're laughing and opening a wallet in the process, But Barbara, like you were explaining the process of registering the Golf Association with the city government. Of course, it could be a very frustrating process, but you made it, very efficient. You've done it in 2 weeks instead of 3 months. And also, you're getting people involved in very good charitable causes and things. But, let's be frank, this is not something that happens with a lot of people in Taiwan in terms, when they're trying to push for something, whether it's for charitable causes or other issues. And certainly, you don't expect somebody at your age, in your age group, who have such a high social consciousness and want to be involved in a lot of the good causes in the society. Let me just ask you before this segment ends, what keeps you going? What motivates you? You must come across a lot of people who just completely, turn away from you and just say, no, I'm not interested. I'm not going to do it, and this is going to take forever. Did you ever get to that point of saturation where you said, oh, I can't do this anymore. This is too much?
Actually, Raymond, quite the contrary.
Oh, really?
I found that I've gotten a lot of support, a lot of mentors.
Okay.
I do want to thank all my sponsors, all my elders, all my golfers who've given me great ideas or who've been very supportive. I've actually found it very invigorating. I mean, I don't think I'm anybody special.
No.
I think it's that saying, if you're just one little pebble and you throw it into a pond and it has a ripple effect.
Yes.
I don't think I'm great. I just think I'm just doing my part. I'm not being apathetic. I think change starts with yourself. I mean, you change yourself and you change your environment. I'll give you an example. I think I've changed a lot of game rules here in Taiwan, like such as like booking golf courses. Usually, when you book a golf course, right, if you're a big golf team, they usually give special discounts to maybe the captain's team, the vice captain's team, and the golf director.
But not everybody.
Yeah, not everybody. And I'm not going to disclose which golf.
No,
I mean, they're actually
please don't.
Yeah, they're actually one of our sponsors now. They're actually one of our sponsors now, and we work closely with them now. But originally, it was their top sales. She was telling me that, oh, she can't give me a special price because it's going to be hard for her to do business, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm very curious. I asked her, well, why would anyone want? First, I just acted clueless. I go, so what is a VIP thing? Explain to me what is a VIP, and she's like, oh, Captain Wang, a VIP is, your team, your father's team, and the golf director's team is free.
Yeah.
But the green fee is like around 3,000, just a little bit over 3,000.
Yeah.
And I just wanted everything cheaper, like maybe $20 for everybody to make it $2,999.
Okay.
But I tried very hard to convince the salesperson, and she just did not understand.
That's what I meant by getting frustrated in the process. Yeah.
So I think with all my partner sponsors and all my other golf teams and all my members, we're all united in the fact that if you don't understand, then if you can't play by our rules, then
we don't play.
We don't play, exactly.
Okay. So it has a very good support.
Yeah. So
within the association. Yeah.
So what happened was, I think it was 1 week before the event, I pulled the event from the golf course and put it at another golf course, which is history in itself because nobody can move a golf event that easily.
Yes.
But the follow-up was the chairman of the golf course kept on calling me and going, Miss Wang, what happened? Please give us a second chance. And he kept on calling me for months and months and months. So finally I went to go, to his office. I'm very respectful of elders, and I explained to him, I respect your top sales, she's good and everything, but she didn't understand what I wanted was a cost down.
Yes.
I didn't need...
Make it affordable,
yes.
Yes, for charity.
Yeah,
causes.
I didn't need...
Not for you, personal benefits.
I didn't need my golf fee to be waived or whatever. I wanted everything to be cost down.
Yeah.
And I explained to him it should be a win-win situation because I'm a business person too. I would never cut your bottom line. Yeah. But I already knew what your bottom line was.
Yeah, Barbara, before you disclose what the chairperson said to you, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back to the Taiwan Outlook and hear what happens with this golf course. We'll be back in 2 minutes.